The series begins with the great houses of Westeros in a tense peace under King Robert Baratheon. Robert travels to Winterfell to ask his old friend, Ned Stark, to become Hand of the King after the previous Hand's mysterious death. Ned accepts, discovering that Queen Cersei Lannister's children were secretly fathered by her twin brother, Jaime. When King Robert dies, Ned is betrayed and executed for treason, sparking the War of the Five Kings. This war consumes Westeros. Ned's son, Robb Stark, is declared king in the north and wins several major battles. However, he is ultimately betrayed and murdered along with his mother and army at the Red Wedding. The sadistic Joffrey Baratheon takes the Iron Throne, but is later assassinated, poisoned at his own wedding by Olenna Tyrell. His younger brother, Tommen, becomes king and marries Margaery Tyrell. Cersei, feeling she is losing power, arms a religious cult led by the High Sparrow, who eventually imprisons her. Cersei escapes this by committing an act of mass terrorism, blowing up the great sept of Baelor with wildfire, killing all her rivals, including Margaery, and leading Tommen to take his own life. With no children left, Cersei takes the Iron Throne herself. Simultaneously, two other major storylines unfold. 1. In the north, Ned Stark's bastard son, Jon Snow, joins the Night's Watch at the Wall, a massive ice barrier separating Westeros from the dangers beyond. He discovers the supernatural threat of the White Walkers and their undead army. He goes undercover with the wildlings, falls in love with a woman named Ygritte, and eventually becomes Lord Commander of the Night's Watch. He is assassinated by his own men for letting the wildlings pass south of the Wall. However, he is resurrected from the dead by the Red Priestess Melisandre. He and his sister, Sansa Stark, retake Winterfell in the Battle of the Bastards. It is eventually revealed that Jon Snow is not Ned's bastard at all, but the son of Rhaegar Targaryen, Daenerys' older brother, and Lyanna Stark, Ned's sister, making him the true heir to the Iron Throne. 2. In the east, Essos. The last surviving Targaryen heir, Daenerys Targaryen, is sold into marriage with a Dothraki warlord, Khal Drogo. After his death, she steps into his funeral pyre and emerges unburnt with 3 living dragons. She spends several seasons amassing armies, the Unsullied and the Dothraki, freeing slaves, and learning to rule. By season 7, she sails to Westeros with her dragons and her massive army to reclaim her family's throne, appointing Tyrion Lannister, who fled Westeros after murdering his father, as her hand. The finale, seasons 7 and 8. All plots converge. The White Walkers, led by the Night King, who kills and reanimates one of Daenerys' dragons, finally breach the Wall. Jon and Daenerys form an alliance and a romance, unaware they are related, to fight the undead army. At the Battle of Winterfell, the living are nearly defeated until Arya Stark kills the Night King with a Valyrian steel dagger, instantly destroying him and his entire army. With the northern threat gone, the final war is for the Iron Throne. Having lost her closest allies and one of her dragons, a grief-stricken and increasingly paranoid Daenerys attacks King's Landing. Even after the city surrenders, she snaps, becoming the Mad Queen and burning the entire city to the ground, killing hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians. Unable to accept her tyranny, Jon Snow assassinates Daenerys. In the aftermath, the lords and ladies of Westeros convene. They decide to break the cycle of hereditary rule and elect a new king. They choose Bran Stark, Bran the Broken, to rule the Six Kingdoms. Sansa declares the North an independent kingdom, and they agree. As king, Bran names Tyrion his hand. For killing the Queen, Jon Snow is exiled back to the Night's Watch, and he ultimately joins the wildlings to live freely in the true North. Arya Stark sails west of Westeros to explore the unknown,